What about this? No balloons, no flowers, no I love you texts every 5 minutes. Just this weird, quiet connection that feels safe. Like finally someone gets you. Spoiler alert, that feeling, yeah, it was the beginning of a whole different kind of trap. Stick around. I'm going to tell you what not love bombing actually looks like and why it can be just as dangerous. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button now. I talk about narcissistic abuse, high conflict co parenting, and breaking cycles every single week. You don't want to miss what's coming up. We've all heard of classic love bombing, right? The nonstop texts, gifts, I love yous by week 2, right? But some people, they don't come on strong. They go low key. They mirror your stories, pain, your trauma. They make you feel seen without actually seeing you. Ever met someone who just seemed to get you but barely shared anything back? Drop a same in the comments if you know what I'm talking about. And if this is already feeling a little too familiar, give this video a quick like so we can reach more people going through the same thing. Let me tell you about my guy. He didn't share much about himself. I knew he had siblings, where they lived, but childhood, emotions, what he actually valued, off limits. He didn't speak highly of his parents either, and honestly, that should have been my first red flag. The first time we met in person, I sat down and he complimented my bag. And I know that doesn't sound like much, but this man does not give compliments, not unless it came with a sarcastic jab or some kind of joke at your expense. So I took it as a sign. Wow, he's actually very attentive. I started opening up, told stories about my travels, funny moments, meaningful stuff, and he was all in, asking questions, nodding like he really cared. And then came the dog story. I told him about my dog, and suddenly he lights up like, oh, I love dogs. I want a Doberman or Husky. I can't remember. Said he and his ex had a dog together and that his sister had one just like mine. He had a whole story ready. And I remember thinking, wow, we're aligned. He gets it. But the truth, that man didn't like animals at all. Later in the relationship, it was obvious. He barely tolerated them. That whole dog loving persona, just another mirror. I even told him about my childhood, good times and painful ones, the stuff I don't usually talk about. What I didn't know was that he was taking in every word, not to bond, not to connect, but to dissect. Every vulnerable thing I shared, stored. So one day when he needed to shut me down or twist the knife, he'd know exactly where to go. That kind of attention isn't connection, it's strategy. And here's the thing, I was independent. Needy would have been a turnoff for me. Maybe that's why he played it cool, distant, hard to get. Narcissists morph to fit who they're dating. They literally change their clothes, hairstyle, even their words. It's honestly kind of comical if it wasn't so toxic. And here's the wild part. While I was spilling my soul, he stayed cold. Not affectionate, not warm, but always watching. That mysterious vibe, that hard to read energy. It felt deep at first. I thought maybe I'm the one who finally gets him. But that's the trap. That cold curiosity, it's how covert narcissists hook you without love bombing. They keep their distance to stay in control, never giving too much, but never letting go. And here's where it gets twisted. He'd blame his coldness and lack of affection on his race, saying stuff like, blink men don't do that type of romantic stuff. That's for kitty cats. It's a way to excuse emotional neglect and keep you chasing something that was never coming. They breadcrumb you with just enough attention to keep you around, but not enough to feel secure. It's that push and pull game, just enough warmth to spark hope and then back to cool detachment. You end up chasing clarity, chasing emotional safety, and before you know it, you're trapped in a one-sided connection with someone who was never really in it to begin with. Sound familiar? Drop a comment if you've been there. And don't forget, if you're nodding along to all of this, make sure to hit that like button and take my free quiz in the description. It'll show you how these red flags might be hiding in your story. Until next time, take up space.